everybody, this is Lee with Creative2xmom, and today's video is going to be winter homeschool favorites. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Lee and this is Creative2xmom. This channel is all about homeschooling, parenthood, and thriving in the day-to-day. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of our favorites from our past months of homeschooling. I've got a variety here. I was actually surprised because usually my homeschool favorites videos are really heavily book oriented, but I have a variety for you today. These are some of our favorite items from the last couple of months of homeschooling. We've been spending a lot more time indoors, although today is very beautiful, so I've been sending the kids outside this afternoon. I just wanted to take a quick minute to share with you what we have been loving, so let's get started. The first item is something that I purchased back at the beginning of the homeschool year, and that is these markers from Crayola. They're washable. They are the multicultural colors, so they are all skin toned. There's 8 of them here. Now, we do Story of the World, and the kids get a coloring picture for each lesson we do. And they were getting frustrated because they were not wanting to just leave the skin just white on their pictures, and they actually wanted some different colors, and so they were asking me, okay, is it peach? And there is a peach from Crayola that works pretty good for a skin tone, but I thought these would be a lot of fun for them, and they love them. Every time I get the coloring bucket out with our other markers, they're always asking for these. I think my next purchase is probably going to be the colored pencils, because that's kind of what we're moving into. In fact, my 6th grader would love them, but I knew that these would be good for my 3rd grader. So definitely check these out. They have a whole line. I think there's even some crayons from Crayola, and Lakeshore has a set of these as well. But these I can get free shipping on Amazon, so those are the ones I picked up. My next item is an audiobook. It's called Little Leaders, Bold Women in Black History. And of course, February is Black History Month, so we have been reading a lot of autobiographies, but this one in particular, I believe there's about, it says 40. Nearly 40 different short autobiographies. They're each only about 10-15 minutes long, and these are women in history as well. So I felt really excited about this because it was something that I could hold up great female leader examples for my daughter. Plus, you're hearing a lot of stories that you typically wouldn't get to hear. A lot of us know about Louis Armstrong. A lot of us know about Martin Luther King. These are women in history that are not easily recognizable but have made a huge contribution to American history. So we have been loving hearing those. My next 2 items are actually books, and the first one is the Mushroom Fan Club. Now, I don't know a whole lot about mushrooms, but when we go hiking, especially this time of year, we see a lot of mushrooms in our area. And I really felt like I was lacking in that area, and that my kids' education was lacking in that area as well. Since I didn't know a lot about mushrooms myself, I wasn't sharing with them very much when we would hike, or even when we would talk about the plant kingdom or biology. We've been doing a lot of biology this year. So I picked this one up. It's by Elise Grable. It's sort of humorous. She sprinkles in her own little story, but she's got these super fun cartoon characters all throughout. It's a very, very quick read. We've just been reading a couple of them every day in our morning basket time. And then she sprinkles in sort of her story as well. She talks about what somebody who studies mushrooms is called. So it's not super in-depth, but it's a great introduction, and even I'm learning a lot from this book. The next thing I have for you is a Would You Rather. This is quick questions. I believe there's about 150 in here. This is by Doug Fields, and it's published by Youth Specialist. This is a book that I've had on my shelf probably for 15-16 years. There's 2 of them that my husband and I purchased when we were youth leaders, and they've just sat on the shelf since then. Well, a couple weeks ago, I was looking for a way to help us linger at the dinner table. I have a high schooler that goes to public school, and I was feeling like I wasn't getting as much time with him as I wanted, and so I thought, okay, how can I kind of extend dinner time? So I pulled this out. And as we've been having dinner or finishing up dinner time in the evenings, we have been reading about 5 of these in the evenings, and it's brought a lot of insight, a lot of laughter. I think the funniest one was, would you rather dress like your parents or act like your parents. And that was hilarious where that conversation went. So it's been one of those things that has just kind of helped us bond as a family. This I wouldn't even necessarily classify as homeschool, but just a fun parenting book to be able to grab if you just want to spend some more time with your kids. The next thing I have, you probably all know and love, and that is Kinetic Sand, and we are using this a lot in our homeschool lately. I used to think of Kinetic Sand as sort of an extension of Play-Doh. Lots of fun for the preschool, kindergarten age, and then it kind of gets put away. Let me tell you, we have been using this for modeling because I have this thing where I hate to go buy out and purchase all this stuff to build a model of a mission or to build a model of a river or a canyon or whatever. So we have been using this in our geology unit. We have been using this in our history unit. We have been using this for working on tracing letters, and of course just super fun to build with. But I have been surprised how much it has extended into other areas of our homeschool. So I bet you guys could probably actually come up with a lot more ideas than even I could. So if you've got other ideas for how to use Kinetic Sand across curriculum, leave me a comment down below. And the last thing I have is an oil blend called On Guard. Now I have this in the dropper bottle as well, but I also have one of these roller bottles that I keep in my purse and then one that I keep in my car. Like I mentioned earlier, I have one kid that is in public school, and even though the other two are homeschooled, we're constantly going to activities, sports, clubs, going out and meeting friends, and of course it is cold and flu season. Craziest time of the year to keep these kids healthy. So I have been carrying On Guard with me everywhere we go. Sometimes I will forget to give them some of the oils at home in the dropper bottle, so it's always nice to have one of these roller bottles in my purse or in the car. This morning I was going to drop my high schooler off and I said, oh yes, grab that and put some on because we forgot to do it at home. I think it's a little bit more economical to have just the bottle of the oils. This is a little bit more pricey, but for the convenience of it, I like to have both, so I can just toss this one in my bag and go. So those are just a few of our winter homeschool favorites. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you are loving in your homeschool. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.